Hi people, it's StarCraft here, coming at you with yet another top 5. Blizzard Entertainment are very well versed in the art of creating a compelling villain. You've got everything from the maniacal demon lord of terror to the fallen prince who simply wanted to protect his kingdom. Across Blizzard's 3 major franchises, there are many great villains to choose from, and in today's video, I'll be listing my top 5 favourites. I should mention that I've intentionally decided to choose a villain from Diablo, StarCraft and WarCraft to keep the list varied.
Number 5.
Malthael is the most recent villain to capture my attention. First of all, I have to make it very clear that just playing through Reaper of Souls does not do this fallen angel justice. I would strongly advise researching his full background. Malthael was once the Archangel of Wisdom on the Angiris Council. However, after the disappearance of the Worldstone, he was driven to madness. Unable to comprehend the cataclysmic event, Malthael became obsessed with human souls. For a long time his whereabouts was unknown, until he revealed himself to Tyrael and the Horodrim. After brutally dispatching the mortals, he snatched the Black Soulstone for his own insidious purposes.
Number 4.
Illidan Stormrage was once a valiant night elf who fell to corruption under tragic circumstances. His body was twisted by demonic energies, courtesy of the skull of Gul'dan. Warped by his new abilities, Illidan became the major villain of the Burning Crusade expansion when he made himself the self-appointed ruler of Outland. Illidan's intentions were fundamentally heroic during the War of the Ancients. However, in accepting Sargeras' demonic infusion, he was shunned by the rest of his kind. It's also worth mentioning that Illidan wields my 2 favourite weapons from the WarCraft universe, the Warglaives of Azzinoth.
Number 3.
The Queen of Blades, otherwise known as Sarah Kerrigan, has fallen in and out of villainy. At first she was a Terran ghost, however after she was abandoned by Emperor Mengsk, she was captured by the Zerg and twisted into an infested monstrosity. During Wings of Liberty she served as a deadly adversary to Jim Raynor, wielding devastating psionic abilities and unwavering control over the Zerg army. By Heart of the Swarm, Kerrigan had her mind restored by a Xel'Naga artifact, and yet her time as the Queen of Blades has left a mental scar that may never heal.
Number 2.
Diablo, otherwise known as the Lord of Terror, is a devilishly cunning villain who managed to outsmart his fellow demons, the angels, and mankind. Seemingly unable to die, Diablo keeps finding ways to return from what looks like certain defeat time and time again. In the Diablo 3 incarnation, the Demon Lord absorbs all other evils to become the prime evil. With such power, even the Archangel of Valor stood no chance. Ultimately though, Diablo was defeated by the Nephilim, or in other words the player. Without wanting to spoil any recent plot points, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if we haven't seen the last of Diablo.
It's number 1.
Arthas, once a prince, a paladin, a beloved son, and just an all-round nice guy, became one of the most iconic villains not only of WarCraft, but of gaming in general. Arthas' story began in WarCraft 3, where we see the paladin take up Frostmourne in order to defeat Mal'Ganis. However, in doing this, the Whispers of Ner'zhul gradually corrupt Arthas, turning him from a beacon of hope into the harbinger of death. After ascending the Frozen Throne, Arthas wore the infamous helmet, thus sealing his fate forever. In World of Warcraft's 2nd expansion, Wrath of the Lich King, Arthas served as the main villain. Throughout your time exploring Northrend, he would often appear to taunt you. It wasn't until the Icecrown Citadel raid that players finally got a chance to end his unholy rule. Those are who I consider to be the top 5 Blizzard villains. Be sure to let me know who your favourite villains are in the comments below. As always people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time. Subscribe to the Archivist 42 channel for gaming top 5s, reviews and more.